the United States of America, the land of liberty, the land of your all-time favorite destinations like Beverly Hills and Las Vegas, and the land of your all-time favorite celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Jennifer Aniston, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, and Natalie Portman. But most important of all, American dreams, the land of American dreams. Dear Madam President, fellow Toastmaster, fellow contestant, judges, and guests, my name is Zay, and I was very obsessed with the United States. I was very obsessed with the states to the point where I even memorized all 50 states in the US by heart. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, and thus only after alphabet L I can finish the list after this speech. After I finished my senior high school, I decided that I was gonna get to the United States. That was my determination. I took my SAT in 2016, 3 years back from now. I took 1.5 years to prepare other segments of my application, like perfecting the GPA, taking on other internships, and doing other extracurricular performances. On November 2017, I submitted 4 applications to 4 of my favorite liberal arts colleges, dream colleges in the US. I was literally pumped, so excited to finally set a foot in the land of American oxygen because that was my dream. I was so overconfident and blindly ambitious to the point where I didn't even know what my application results were yet. And then I was already thinking about my apartment plans and medical insurance policies in the US to settle down. I was so blindly ambitious, but hey, I got my own plans. I got my own reasons to be ambitious about it. I had a straight GPA of 4 for 2 consecutive years in my senior high and junior high, and I had a good SAT score. I was a VP of ACCA back in my high school. I had 2 internships in journalism even before I got to college. And I had stellar recommendations letter from my employers and my teachers, so I had my own grounds to feel confident about it. So let's fast forward. I had 2 weeks before the results came out after I submitted my application. Those 2 weeks were the most fantastic times of my life because, you know, I can fantasize about everything that I can be when I get to my dream college. Whenever I closed my eyes, I see myself in a jersey, in a helmet, with a stick playing ice hockey in one of the most competitive athletic clubs in the United States campus. When I closed my eyes, I saw myself studying like, you know, a typical cool American guy, American college student in the US. Whenever I closed my eyes, I saw myself hanging out with those attractive Caucasian ladies in the coziest cafeteria on campus. Literally. But let's just fast forward. So I was very excited within those 2 weeks, and then came the day the doom happened. Okay, so after 2 weeks passed, the results came in. Before that, I was the most hopeful and happiest person in the entire universe. And then the result came in on that day, on 7 a.m. exactly. I couldn't literally sleep the whole night because, you know, adrenaline was literally coursing through my veins, and I was watching the excitement, but then the application results came in at 8 a.m. and I'm gonna read out to you the result. Okay, it says, Dear Zay, our admission committee has completed a thorough review of your application, and I'm writing this letter to inform you that we are unable to offer you admission to Colorado College. Admission to Colorado College is extremely competitive. Oh, god damn it. You know what? One of the most common things that all colleges and universities in the US or any other place in the world share, they all have mastered the art of sugarcoating the bad news, like those rejection letters, so as not to hurt your feelings. But let's end up all the gossip. Okay, so back to myself. So that day and onwards, I had a tremendous emotional meltdown. All those dreams, hopes, anticipations that I had accumulated over a year and a half just, you know, vanished into thin air with a snap of, with a snap of the finger. Anyway, with a snap, I'm making a sound, okay? With a snap of the finger and with a glance of one email, it was all gone. I had all those suicidal thoughts and self-destructive behaviors for a couple of months because everything was so gone, literally gone. But let's just fast forward. Just enough about my mental meltdown story. So, an email came in from SIM, so I got a scholarship to SIM diploma program. But anyway, that wasn't something exciting because you know what? I was aiming for something higher, something bigger. And I already got rejected from 4 colleges already. And I was suffering from mental meltdown for 3 months. And then I was relocated to Singapore, which is stranger land. And then I was expected to get adapted to Singapore. How could that be possible? I mean, it was very hard for me to pull it off. So I was like a fish right out of the pond because I couldn't fit into Singapore. The community is extremely competitive. Everything is so rigid, security is so rigid, and everything is so high pressure. So anyhow, this is my 11th month in Singapore. After all those time, after all those emotional disaster and disturbance and all those times of depression, but anyway, all those 11 months in I've been in Toastmasters for 5 months. So all those time in Toastmasters, other CCAs, and the competitive community of Singapore, a more important realization that I had is that it doesn't matter where you are. Probably I might get to the US someday somehow if I'm lucky. Probably I might not get to the US. I don't care, but who cares? I mean, like, no one cares, right? The only thing that I care for the moment being is that the person that I have become today by making the best out of every single opportunity offered to me every single day. Because the college that you go to or the demographics of the country that you reside don't determine who you are as a person. It is the stories that you write, and it is the things that you do every day that define who you are as a person and as a professional as well. I now realize that I can still dream the American dreams by breathing the Singaporean oxygen. So I want to challenge you to do the same, to make every ounce of good thing from every single day, every single experience that you're breathing through. Let me close my speech by recording something that I heard from one of the fellow Toastmasters. He said that God always has a plan for broken things, whether you believe in God or not. It is the broken skies that bring down rain onto earth. It is the broken hearts that teach us how to love with precaution and purpose another time. And it is the broken dreams and the broken hopes that give us an opportunity to wake up to another beautiful morning and have another meaningful dream. So I challenge you to dare to dream and get yourself out of your comfort zone and do everything within your magnitude. Back to the contest chair.